Oh man, like right now, we have a robot vacuum going in our house, and I'm pretty sure it has a cord because I can hear it. Welcome back to Fridays with Dave and Ashley on the XO Marriage YouTube channel, where you get real marriage advice from real people like us. And you guys, today we're talking about dumb fights in marriage. And I'm sure most of you can relate. If you're newlyweds and you're like, we have never had a dumb fight, just be ready, okay?
It'll happen.
We were those newlyweds, just wide-eyed, bushy-tailed, thinking we'd never have anything to argue about. And
we don't argue very much, though.
We really don't. We're not big fighters. But even beyond, like, maybe you didn't have like an actual, yelling match, which we hope not, but you can feel the tension. Like, what brings tension unnecessarily to your marriage? And then also we're going to give a little bit of advice on, like, how do you overcome that? But first of all, what would you say is something kind of silly that we fought over or have tension over?
Well, I think some of it comes down to just pet peeves, and everybody's got their individual pet peeves. Like for me, like I can't stand it when people just don't charge their phones. People don't charge their phones because it's such a simple thing to do. And by not doing it, it makes, this is my pet peeve, making life unnecessarily complicated.
This is true.
And if you add unnecessary complication to life by just having your phone dead when you need it charged or having your gas tank empty when you need it full, then
or not giving yourself enough time
not
to
giving
arrive
yourself enough time. It's
time.
like when you know how long it takes and you plan out your trip
for the best case
scenarios. Like if there's not one red light, if there's not one red light, I can make it in 13 minutes if there's absolutely nothing that happens between here and there. And then you get there and it takes more than 13 minutes because you have to plan for things that are out of your control. And so like, I hate being late, which is a good desire. When we're running late, I feel that. Like, I feel it in my bones. Now, for Ashley, like, she feels like messes in her bones or things that need to get done around house where I can just ignore that stuff. I'm like, it's no problem. But she feels that deeply on like a spiritual level. And so
I just really like things tidy and clean, you guys. And like, oh man, like right now we have a robot vacuum going in our house and I'm pretty sure it has a cord because I can hear it. And tell them why you hate it.
Oh my gosh. So this little thing, she loves it because it
saves me time.
She loves stuff.
And I like a clean house.
For me, I just want to be able to sit in a room of my house in the rare time where it's quiet because my kids aren't here and not be bothered. And that stupid little vacuum just stalks me and taunts me and runs into me no matter where I go. And then it'll always get stuck on something. The moment I get comfortable, it's like beep, beep. And Ashley's like, can you get the vacuum? And I'm like, I just want to throw the thing off of a ledge. It gets my precious phone charger cords, which are rare and always missing. It wraps them up and they get caught up in the gears of it. Sometimes it runs over dog poop.
So I was painting, and meanwhile, Chi-Chi decided to go have a poo in our kitchen. And I don't know why. Like, we take her out all the time. She just had a little poo. Like, one turd, okay? And I guess in the duration of the hour I was painting, that vacuum found the one turd and drug it. There was literally a turd trail throughout my kitchen, throughout my living room. And I had to go and frantically find it all. And now granted, I do have the right tools to like totally steam clean all that, and I totally did it, because I am a clean freak. But Dave's like, why do we do this if it's gonna catch a turd and rub it all over our house? And I'm like, because I don't have the time with 4 boys and everything to vacuum every day. Like
we don't need to vacuum every day. That's what
I want to vacuum every day because they eat popcorn and it gets everywhere and things like that.
I appreciate that she's clean and I celebrate that. But here's the thing: you got to celebrate each other's differences. Don't ever try to change your spouse, and don't be annoyed by the way your spouse is different from you. Celebrate that. That's part of how God wired them, and that's a part of their personality and something to be celebrated.
But when you hold you to a higher standard, too.
Yeah.
Because you hold me to a higher standard of punctuality, and
she
I
holds
hold
me
you
to a higher standard of just cleanliness. And other things, too. I mean, really all kinds of different things that are super important. She really raises the bar for our family. But when couples get in these negative cycles, it's because you're training your mind to only see the things that annoy you instead of training your mind to look with tenderness and love and respect and adoration at your spouse.
Yeah.
And to look at them and say, it is a privilege for me to get to do life with this person and to love and to serve them. And you got to every day wake up and remind yourself of that. Thank God for the privilege of being able to do life with your spouse. But when you're just always telling yourself, oh, they always do this or they never do that, and it's the negative reel in your mind, you're planting toxic seeds in your marriage that are going to lead to not only arguments, but it could lead to divorce.
That's what the enemy uses to really put division between a husband and a wife, is he uses little things that just annoy the fire out of you, that they get in there and they fester, and you kind of allow your mind to focus on that and think on it, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, instead of just going to each other and talking about it, or just frankly letting it go. Okay, I mean, there's a lot of this that we just have to let go and say, you know what? You go be the clean person you are. You go be the punctual person you are. I celebrate that. I'm letting this go. This isn't even my fight. Why am I even caring about this stuff? Like, why am I letting this bother me? But if it is something that you're like, I can't let this go, we've got to. How you get out of the spiral is you literally remove yourself from it, and you say, I'm going to talk about this. I'm not going to allow this thing to toss me around and beat us up and put this division between us. I'm going to address it with you and just try to understand, try to have more understanding, right? I mean, that's really how we really get peace through these kind of circumstances. And then being willing to let go of some things. I think we all get so stuck in our ways and so wanting to be right instead of wanting to have peace.
That's good.
When that doesn't lead us anywhere. How you're going to win is winning together, right? It's not really just putting your stake in the ground and saying, this is the right way.
This is the way.
Let go of it. And you're going to be a lot happier. And so is your spouse. If you're at a stuck place where you just can't seem to get past whatever issues you're arguing about, it's okay to bring in some help.
Absolutely.
Counseling can be a game changer. And we've got a team of wonderful trained marriage mediators at exomarriage.com/help who can meet with you by Skype or by phone and really help you and your spouse identify the root causes of your disagreements and work through that and create a healthier path moving forward. And they have changed for the better so many marriages, and yours could be one to benefit from that as well. So check that out. If you haven't already, hit like and subscribe here on the Exo Marriage YouTube channel. Visit exomarriage.com for more resources. We'll see you next time.